People think she is a bum.
But Renata's not a bum.
Okay, that's what we're going to see if they can prove here.
Yeah, and Gen.G did play it last time they played. Even with the vision.
Okay, Sven backing away first. Vulcan still hanging out underneath the tier 1 turret as Sven has to Valk away from the Pillar of Filth. Now Vulcan's already lost his HP down to 200 here. Gen.G is going to stay alive from the bailout, but does ultimately fall. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade as both supports go down.
Top, down to bottom again.
Yeah, the big difference between the kills being traded, you already mentioned it, the Unara is ahead, Jan got the kill, whereas Vulcan was the recipient of it instead. Thanatos now gonna get ganked up here on the top side, and Team Liquid's jungler
is move early from bottom lane because of the bottom lane gank, and they're returning to this top side, focusing again here towards Sven. He's got some.
Yeah, Sven's gonna have to flash away though, and he still dies. Beautifully done from Team
Liquid. They
Liquid.
work off one on the top side. Defense comes in here for Cloud9 at the moment though, and they're trying to minimize their round. Jan.
Ooh, Impact now could be in some danger. Thanatos flashing in aggressively, dropped down the equalizer, overheated here a little bit, but now after he cools off, Impact's got no way out. Nice solo kill from Thanatos.
Yeah, really G for this team, because one of my biggest things about why TL was struggling was because UG hadn't been able to necessarily integrate himself onto the team yet.
And with the lead that he's built so far, with how active he's been in this early game, Trinity Force Trundle.
Where's the flash from Sven?
Yeah, you definitely have to. The chase is definitely there for Unara.
Well, Sven may have overstayed now, and Jan just gonna shoot him to pieces. Turns him into Swiss cheese there with the auto attacks. But here in this one, turret plates have just fallen. We're only 14 minutes into the game, but Team Liquid has a really nice 1,500 gold lead after this good early game performance.
Okay, Cloud9 starting off the Drake though. APA does have his flash on Annie with stun charged.
Okay, TP coming in. Team Liquid ready to fight for this. C9's already got the Drake down to about 1,600. Impact gonna lead the charge. We're gonna go forward. It's stolen away by Impact of all people. Yuji with a defensive flash, getting himself back out of harm's way. Thanatos' equalizer ain't gonna find a lot, and now Blabber is first to die. C9 scatters to the winds, and Team Liquid's ready to chase, but APA chases too far. Jan's ready to follow it up though with a nice double kill there through the Arc of Ruin. It's a 3-for-1 trade for Team Liquid.
As well as into these team fights around Dragon. Now we will see though, can they turn this mid-game lead into a full-on snowball? Because Rift Herald here is going to annihilate mid lane, and this is where TL have the chance of truly just like blowing open the map.
And we've seen TL, when they're at their best, be able to do that so well, right? And I think the other big thing is that Unara just snowballs really, really well in general. So she has everything to set her up in fights now. That was great.
Old man driver Impact. Somebody needs to take his license away.
No.
I mean, what was it? Last week it was Blabber. We took away Blabber's license. Now we're taking away Impact's license.
I feel like we shouldn't issue any licenses and then we just give them out.
Which isn't that valuable, and it's part of why Team Liquid was able to run over that fight. Now, C9 doesn't want anything to do with this Drake, as immediately C9, they got some stuff. They got some stuff. They're going to need a lot more stuff if they want to stand up to Jan and Team Liquid. This Tier 1 turret is about to fall. Impact's just going to walk up and knock it over.
And I think the next steps here for TL, I actually thought they would just force this Otacon, because they talked.
They're headed up to it.
Okay, so they were just going down. Maybe they're checking for something here through River first. But yeah, burn that Otacon right after the top tower here, because this is how you really snowball games. They've got all the outer towers. Cloud9 coming to try and fight it.
Okay, Vulcan tries to go in for the Pop Blossom, but gets absolutely no value out of it besides APA's flash. Now the equalizer finally summoned up, but a very nice use of the hostile takeover for the Renata Glass. Blabber is already down. The Otacon is stolen away by Thanatos as C9. It looks so dicey there.
Been able to farm pretty well.
Okay.
Drake's not up, but we're fighting.
Yeah, we might have a little bit of an issue here. Yuji just lost half his HP in a quick burst. APA goes over the wall, tries to find an engage onto Blabber and Loki, but it ain't going to be enough here just yet. Yuji stepping in from the side. Loki goes in for the shuffle, but he dies before he can kill APA. The equalizer is still burning, and the Annie will not be saved from the bailout. So a 1-for-1 as both mid laners drop dead. Second cast the Cyclone to try to stay alive a little bit longer. Thanatos flashing forward, Yuji flashing out. Vulcan finds a Pop Blossom on 2, and a nice equalizer down over the top. APA kills off Flower, but Core.J falls to Loki. Impact wants to go over the wall, but it's already a double kill for the C9 mid laner. APA is next to fall. Cloud9 just mopped him up.
That equalizer was huge, really kept Yawn out of being able to come back into the fight and clean up. And as we talked about, this 5-0-3 Yunara is such a...
He's got a death cap completed.
Yep.
So we're talking about, oh yeah, the 3 unempowered spikes. Whoa, he's engaged on?
Yeah, Thanatos might be in a little bit of trouble here. Drops the equalizer, but he's already down. APA stays alive off the side as Impact continues putting the pressure here onto Loki. Blabber looking to reposition, protect his mid laner. 1-for-1 trade here as it's both top laners down.
Go down and still gets a ton of value out of them. Now Team Liquid's got to be careful here because the red carpet has been rolled out. Yuji's got to try to escape as Blabber jumps right back into the fight, but immediately C9 don't want to overcommit. Impact now tossed around to the side as Yuji's barely alive. Impact's gonna get burned down. A double kill for Loki is a death sentence for Team Liquid. C9 don't lose a single man. They barely lost an inch of their health bars. They're on the Baron.
Yeah, the Baron is theirs, Flowers. Thanatos once again starts it out with another sick Rumble ultimate on the ramp, where they all have to exit through. And so he goes in, and they grab the extra ones that just guarantee the Baron. And now, this team is fully scaled. They can just go in and push on towers.
Yeah, they were so easily able to separate too to get out of that.
Jack's getting way up there.
He's excited. Reaper is giving them the student to pupil nod of approval. Just very silent, very calm, cool, and collected. Jack is pumped, man.
Reaper is the parent that's way harder to impress. Yeah. Look, Reaper, I got an A.
Jack's just happy kids are having fun.
Oh my God, it's my parents.
Mine as well.
But now, Loki and Sven are going to be able to do so much poke damage. Especially Loki, but Sven is pretty much in a position where, despite the fact that Yunara is so far ahead, those rockets are still gonna hurt.
Exactly. Yunara's range much more limited compared to the poke of the Corki. As Blabber's ready to try to jump in there, does not want to commit the ulti just onto the Scion. TP ready to arrive from the side of Team Liquid as APA gets chunked upon arrival, but it's Loki dead first. Core.J killed by Blabber now as Vulcan makes a nice entrance with a Pop Blossom. Blink and you'll miss it. Team Liquid's already dead. Double kill back over to Vulcan. C9 have killed everybody except for APA. Find the interrupt on the recall from APA, so the Annie can't even get back in time to defend.
Yeah, the Pop Blossom kept popping, so he know he hit something, and now he's gonna keep on chasing him.
Oh, and he's still chasing too. The Scryer Trinket is going to find APA walking into the Tri-Brush. Meanwhile, C9's on the Nexus turrets. Only Core.J responds to try to do anything about it. APA is still stranded all the way up in top lane. GG, 32 minutes in. Cloud9 come back and take game 1.
Yeah. All right, talking about Loki.
The Ziggs in that, but also the Renekton, the Kaisa, something we saw Yon come back on in that 100 Thieves series, and then Core on his signature Rakan.
Think of artists were telling us about this flat crocodile Friday.
Oh wait, yeah, okay.
As he is getting flattened right now, Flowers.
No, he might get flattened after all. Impact, he still has his flash. He wants to buy a little bit more time, but he's shot right in the face. The crocodile falls truly flat for first blood for C9.
Wait, you didn't know about that meme?
No, I had no idea. And they were like, they were explaining it.
It's
the
flat expletive deleted Fridays.
Yeah. There's an extra F in the flat.
Look,
but yeah.
I have already been warned, okay? Because I am the biggest actual perpetrator of dropping F-bombs on stream.
Anyways.
Let's see, Blabber gets also the Drake off of that, right? So but he is very good at Zig. He's very good at Zig. That Yuji might be in trouble.
Yeah, this might not be a good era for Yuji. Vulcan and Blabber immediately going to start up the fight here, headbutting that enemy jungler around. Thanatos shows up with a two-fold hex.
Thanatos is walking down here, so you definitely have to respect that. Impact does have teleport, but...
Ooh, Vulcan with the flash pulverizing to the headbutt onto Yuji. Blabber diving through the wall with the Ishtal impact. He gets the impale only onto the Zinjao, and now Zen could be in a little bit of danger himself, but it's Yuji first to die. Core.J and Impact swooping in to try to find something on the back end of the fight as Impact is frontlining, and Loki's barely getting away. The taunt at the back end of things as the chain CC on Impact prevents him from getting any of these kills. The hero's entrance finally seals Loki's fate, but he'll trade with Impact as the curtain call opens, and Team Liquid have to reposition their battle lines. C9 still looking to stick around and maybe fight a little bit more, but they've got to be careful. APA, he's full on health, but he's so low on mana, and C9's gonna continue disengaging, weirding for some burst. CoreJJ stepping away as the Mega Inferno Bomb takes Thanatos low, but it will not kill him. Between worlds yet again, Yawn into danger! Thanatos is just styling on these Team Liquid boys.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting kind of dicey at the
So
beginning.
fun, as he said, Blabber kind of driving it right back into Sven. Sven has to be pretty careful there.
I've also got Flash. I can come in and help you finish this kill, and they do so.
Uh-oh. I think the bad times might keep rolling here for Impact. Thanatos is on a rampage.
And is any indication? Definitely would like to see that, because Aurora is a champion that can keep her stacks. When you get stacks on this champion, so mobile, actually pretty difficult, because you get to choose whether you put yourself...
Very, very easy to pick up some free money and try to close this gold gap back down to something more manageable.
Impact.
Uh-oh. Okay, sidesteps, past the Skarner car, but now he's still got to be careful and try to get away, but no, it doesn't look like it. Immediately, they lock him up with the Impale, exhaust him so he can't do anything. Thanatos was trying to teleport away, but CoreJJ interrupted it with the grand entrance. Thanatos knows that Team Liquid wanted to send up a lot of power to try to get a kill on him here. He wanted to get away, but he can't quite get there in time. And now with a Mega Inferno Bomb, APA gets a really nice shutdown. So Team Liquid, they'll summon a Herald up here in the top lane. They'll get the tier 1. They force Thanatos death, and they make sure that they're going to get the second charge too.
That's incredible usage, but Cloud9 now coming over for defense, so they have to be a little bit careful about sticking around. APA really wants the second tower.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get the satchel on it, but instead he just... And the Justice Punch to dodge away from the satchel. Oh my goodness, cut the tape. Cut the tape. Team Liquid is looking goofy. Loki just casually walked away from him on an afternoon stroll.
But they are gonna get that money from the tower.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Okay. Bang. There it is. All right. Splat.
The audio for...
Because it's marked him off the side. Remember that grand entrance can come in, that heroic entrance from the Galio, as they will scrap back and forth a little bit here. The remaining 4v4 back in the river, not going anywhere here just yet as CoreJJ jumps in. Vulcan's gonna eat the Mega Inferno Bomb, but he's the only one taking damage. Vulcan with a major engage. The follow-up multi-ulti from Vulcan to Impale 2, as everybody on Team Liquid's having a scatter. Thanatos versus Impact off the side, and Impact is gonna get the critical clutch kill. Yawn is still alive. Impact roars to life. Yawn finally cut down as Loki needs another taunt, and Blabber's gonna do some serious work here as Loki is about to fall. Team Liquid will win this fight. They will ace Cloud9 as soon as Blabber falls. He gets Impact on his way out, and it's 9 dead men in the river. Only UG left standing.
Only UG left. Possibly up towards the top side. He does show, they got a little sighting of him, but he doesn't even finish the red. He comes over now because they're forcing 4TL's side. There is a ward right on the Otacon that does see the health, but they're gonna go.
All right, let's see what they can do. Mega Inferno Bomb has already been used on the objective, and Otacon is secured by Team Liquid. Vulcan jumps into the fight, and Blabber's ready to follow. Quickness from CoreJJ to lock up C9 as they try to make their attack. CoreJJ disengaging now as Blabber's about to die first. Team Liquid, beautifully done. They'll claim the Otacon, they'll claim a kill on Blabber, and now they've got more momentum.
There was a control ward on that red buff. Blabber went up to the red buff, the control ward saw him there, and that's when TL made the call. Nerves of steel there for TL. They saw Blabber on the top side, they said, we full send, we burn this Otacon, we get ourselves into this game, and now with that, plus this tower, the gold is just surging in their favor. Flowers
off after this, really huge from TL. They should be able to take this mid tier 1 as well, really take control over the map, and this, again, how they play.
Ben gets tagged there with the Void Seeker. Team Liquid still grouped up as 5, thinking about challenging here. Thanatos off to the side, wants to be able to have some sort of a flank. CoreJJ a few more seconds before the grand entrance is ready. And now the Drake secured by C9. They're on Soul Point, and Thanatos goes in between worlds. Impact has to pop the dominance, but he's still all the way on the run. Blabber and Vulcan trying to protect Sven as he provides covering fire for the rest of the team. Impact about to die in the very back lines as Vulcan's about to die on the very front. Down to 300 HP here for the Alistar, but Impact will be the one to fall. Thanatos, one more twofold Hex, takes him out.
Yeah, Impact
But it was too late because of Impact getting chunked down like you guys talked about, because of the fact that the teleport was also still on CD and could not reset. Now Vulcan's in the middle of everybody as J.G. goes in for the engage. Thanatos into the back line, a lot of damage coming through. APA's first to die and Blabber takes the kill. Core is low as he and Yuji are scrapping with Loki. Sven is down and Impact's into the back line. Yon barely staying alive, but Vulcan cleans him up too. Team Liquid has way better health bars left, and C9's just looking to disengage. J.G. at about 100 HP, but he stays alive. Impact redeeming his early game. Yep, Team Liquid starting that up. They burned it down about 1/3 of its HP or so. Now J.G. got to be a little bit careful here as he disengages back towards the rest of his team. It's C9 with control over the mid lane, with push on the wave. They're going to make sure that they get that shoved out, and then they can address Team Liquid after the fact. Now Impact going to be your first target. He pops the dominance before he's caught up in the Impale, and Impact is already down. Now Core here on the front line, eating bullets from the curtain call, as Yuji's got to be careful, and Loki's about to fall. Beautiful shot from Sven to finish off J.G. Yuji stays alive a little bit longer, but Sven gets a double kill. A triple kill for the Gen. And once he's not targeted, Sven has all the space in the world to carry the fight.
And that's what happens when Impact goes down wanting to do. We see Core kind of looking for something here, going on to Blabber as C9 then are going to
for TL, we've got the Soul spawning for C9 if they secure this next Drake.
And it's Mountain Soul, which is going to make it so much more difficult for this Kaisa, for this Ziggs to be able to get a lot more damage onto both Blabber and Vulcan.
All right, let's see if TL can make the approach here. Trap line laid down by Sven. Team Liquid looking to see if they can close the gap up here onto Loki. Vulcan looking for a disengage as J.G. lands the quickness, but he doesn't get a whole lot of disruption from it. Nice slam back into the wall on Yuji there, coming out from Blabber as Team Liquid is grabbed up inside the Impale yet again. Yuji is already down. The Dragon is at 500 HP, and Sven snipes it down with his gun. Yon trying to deal with Thanatos off to the side as APA wants to at least try to pick up a kill onto Vulcan, but I don't think he's gonna get it. The bouncing bomb bounces away. A double kill for Sven. C9 mopping up that fight. Sven performing beautifully yet again, laying down the damage, turning the ulti shot over to the Drake when he realizes that somebody has to kill this thing. And now with an ace, C9 are marching straight down mid, looking to end the game.
They are. They've got Baron, they've got Dragon Soul, and they've got the series wrapped up, Flowers.
It was a valiant effort from Team Liquid. It looked like they had a real good chance at bringing this one back there for a while, but C9 proved triumphant. They prove why they are at the top of the standings, and they prove they are better than Team Liquid 2-0.
They prove that, and they prove it not without mistakes, right? But I think it's how C9 are able